Hello and welcome to the Parallel Voice. People are and should be at the center of a democracy. The outcome of the 18th general election is an unambiguous reiteration by the people of that tenet. Indian election strips Narendra Modi of his aura of invincibility. Despite all the predictions from the pollsters, exit polls, sophologists and the lapdogs of the government previously known as media, BJP fell short of the majority mark by around 30 seats, with 28 seats shared between them and Chandrababu Naidu's TDP and Nitish Kumar's JDU hold the balance of the BJP-led NDA in their hands. Indian democracy can now breathe easy. The core values of the constitution, which came under severe stress in the past 10 years, now stand well protected. The BJP's politics of communal polarization, which looked invincible, has been held in check. The people of India has given a mandate, and the mandate is for change. Well, it might sound obnoxious that how can it be said that the country has given a mandate for change when the single largest party BJP, sitting on 240, is miles ahead of the opposition's largest party Congress, which is on 99. Well, we must not forget that the opposition was fighting this election with one hand tied behind their back, both legs chained to the ground inside a deep dark hole with a sack over their heads. They literally crawled out with one hand. The opposition was continuously pressurized by the agencies like ED, CBI. Congress's bank accounts were frozen. Their leaders were pressurized to change outfits. They were charged by ED and CBI for a case that was 28 years old, despite they prevailed. A clean sweep in Tamil Nadu by the DMK, the SP's resurgence in Uttar Pradesh, the newly formed alliance with Uddhav in Maharashtra, and the Congress's all-round performance across all regions helped the India bloc to halt the BJP wave. Now let's dive deep into the state-wise analysis where the BJP lost significant numbers. Rajasthan has seen the Congress make a comeback, snagging 11 seats with its allies in a state which had seen all 25 seats swiped by BJP in the previous elections. The appointment of outlander Bhajanlal Sharma, sidelining eminent Vasundhara Raje, proved costly in various regions. Not just the lost seats, the seats which were won by bigger margins like 3 lakh, 4 lakh were reduced to 50 to 60k votes. Secondly, Agniveer was a big issue that created an uproar in the Shekhawati belt of Rajasthan. Jhunjhunu, Sikar, Churu are the districts which boast the highest number of military personnel in India. The youth were apprehensive whether this scheme would put their future in jeopardy after service of 4 years. The youths of Shekhawati voted in angst, resentment and agitation against this scheme.
आप ये देख लो, जिस गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया जो मिनिस्ट्री होगी उस हर मिनिस्ट्री का कुछ ना कुछ इनपुट डिस्ट्रिक्ट में होगा। आज रेलवेज में हम 3200 करोड़ पर काम कर चुके हैं। आज हम उस लेवल पे आगे जहां हम डबलिंग के ऊपर काम कर रहे हैं। आज हमारी डबलिंग चल रही है रतनगढ़ से चूरू, चूरू से राजगढ़, 1000 करोड़ की लागत से डबलिंग का काम चल रहा है। इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन कंप्लीट हो चुका है, 29 न्यू ट्रेन चलाई हमने और आज की तारीख में 5 स्टेशन अमृत स्टेशन के रूप में कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में डेवलप हो रहे हैं। तो रेलवे कनेक्टिविटी में हम बेहतरीन काम किया। हाईवेज हमारे अच्छे बने, 2200 से 2400 करोड़ की हाईवेज बन चुके हैं या अंडर कंस्ट्रक्शन है। एक ही राष्ट्रीय राजमार्ग पूरे राजस्थान में सैंक्शन हुआ है पिछले 5 साल में, NH 703 विच स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम चूरू और जलंधर तक जाता है। वो मेरी पूरी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी क्रॉस करता है। तो नेशनल हाईवे स्पोर्ट्स के अंदर हमने बेहतरीन काम किया है। वर्ल्ड क्लास सिंथेटिक ट्रैक पूरी इंडिया में 5 ही हैं जो ओलंपिक एसोसिएशन द्वारा सर्टिफाइड है। उसमें से एक दिल्ली में, कलकत्ता में, एक ग्वालियर में, एक हिसार में और 5th है चूरू के अंदर।
जी मैं गया था आज।
आप देख के गए?
मैं देख के आया हूँ।
Rahul Kaswa, a two-time MP from Churu who boasts his work done in the constituency with such tenacity and confidence, was denied ticket due to indifferences with a senior BJP leader. This created a mayhem in the farmers community, particularly the Jats, Gujars and Meenas. This can be reflected in the results of Shekhawati, Karoli, Dholpur, Tong, Savai Madhopur, Dosa. The BJP's rout in these constituencies has been perceived as an indication of discontent over the Agnipath scheme and the farmers' disenchantment over irrigation waters, land rights, farm loan waivers and minimum support prices. Riding on the tune of Tejal Super Duper, the vigorous campaigning done by the PCC chief Govind Singh Dotasra instilled the workers with utmost zeal, enthusiasm and excitement. Efforts to unite Gujars, Meenas by Sachin Pilot paved the way for Congress in eastern Rajasthan, though it lost some key seats of Kota Alwar with a slight margin. Now let's coming on to UP. The opposition India bloc in UP, led by Samajwadi Party President Akhilesh Yadav and Mr. Rahul Gandhi, ran a high-pitched campaign focusing on issues such as unemployment, inflation and caste census, dubbing the 2024 elections as one to save India's democracy against the authoritarian tendencies of the BJP. The BJP's campaign revolved around Ram Temple and blatant use of Indian Army. But it seems like people might not have liked the politicization of partially constructed Ram Temple, especially the pompous event of consecration of the temple in which Modi was portrayed as bigger than Lord Ram himself. There were allegations that the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Trust General Secretary Champat Rai bought a piece of land worth rupees 2 crore at an inflated price of rupees 18.5 crore for the Ram Temple premises in the matter of a few minutes. All the Shankaracharyas denied to take part in the ceremony. Houses of poor people were demolished in the wake of beautification of border areas of temple, and they were not given proper compensation as well. Riding on the PDA plank, Pichda Dalit Adivasi, and propelled by a severely diminished Bahujan Samaj Party, Akhilesh Yadav shed the image of Mai, Muslim Yadav of SP, and repurposed the green and red force as the champion of social justice, securing a record 37 seats. Out of these, 9 are Dalits, 8 Kurmis, 5 Yadav, 4 Muslims, so on and so forth. Akhilesh Yadav has perfectly displayed a picture of Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas, emerging as the biggest leader of poor and downtrodden. Fielding 2 SC candidates from general seats proved to be a smart move, as Avdesh Prasad from Pasi community backed the prestigious Faizabad Ayodhya seat, and though Sunita Verma lost to the BJP's Arun Goyal in merit by a thin margin, but her presence sent a wave across western UP that Yadavs and Jatavs could find for a common cause. Caste identity triumphed over religious polarization in UP as the India bloc's promise of saving employment and reservation outshone the narrative of BJP-led NDA of Ram, Rashan and Shashan in a fiercely contested election where more than a dozen seats went down to the wire before the alliance secured 43 out of 80 seats. Mr. Yadav skithed through the non-Yadav OBC arithmetic of the BJP across the state, particularly in Purvanchal. After the consecration of Ram Temple, UP was seen as a done deal for the BJP, but the results have shown that the ruling party failed to gauge the discontent on the ground.
NDA is
NDA halfway mark पार कर चुकी है. NDA has crossed halfway mark दोस्तों. NDA has crossed halfway mark.
On one hand, where all the poll predictors were paid by the BJP, tom-tomming the BJP's win before it even happened, Yogendra Yadav emerged as a standalone stalwart. Whether you like Yogendra Yadav or not is irrelevant. Everyone in the public eye needs to take a leaf of his tone when on the tally. Crisp, unfailingly polite even when he's skinning someone, and a zen-like calm. He predicted BJP to fall short of 250 and NDA below 300. Coming to Haryana, where Yogendra prophesied the exact numbers as both the parties shared equal number of seats between them. The BJP ceded half of the 10 parliamentary constituencies in the state to the Congress in a closely contested elections under the shadow of the farmers' agitation and a palpable anti-incumbency sentiment. BJP at its brilliant behest tried to divide the society into Jats and non-Jats to overshadow its failure in the last 10 years. Unemployment is at its peak in Haryana, touching the scathing figure of 37.4%. More than 100 farmers from Haryana lost their lives in the farmers' protests. They are not getting right prices for their crops, and they are severely affected by the issues of climate change like hailstorm, floods, drought, etc. Backing on the farmers and youth, Dipendra Hooda led from the front and fought the election aggressively. He made BJP bite the dust on their evil caste divide plans as Congress gained 5 seats, out of which 2 were SC, 2 Jats and 1 Brahman. Leaders of the Sanyukt Kisan Morcha and central trade unions who relentlessly campaigned against the BJP in the farming belts have claimed a share in the opposition's performance. According to them, the victory of farmers' protests against the 3 farm laws have paved the way for a resurgence of the opposition in several states. Former All India Kisan Sabha President Amra Ram, who got elected from Sikar, said the impact of farmers' protests were huge on electorate. They will continue to raise these issues inside and outside parliament. The Sanyukt Kisan Morcha and central trade unions have been campaigning amongst farmers on the issues of legalized MSP, filling up of vacancies in government jobs and PSUs, and restoration of old pension scheme and abrogation of 4 labor codes. Now coming on to West Bengal. Days before the Lok Sabha election was announced on March 11, the Union Ministry notified the rules to implement the Citizenship Amendment Act 4 years after it was passed by the Parliament. The notification was expected to give a fillip to the BJP in West Bengal in the elections. The emerging results, however, proved otherwise. The BJP was headed for a decisive victory in Bongaon, Ranaghat, Malda Uttar and Raiganj, 4 out of 11 Lok Sabha constituencies with a sizable presence of Mathua and Namasudra communities, the intended beneficiaries of CAA in West Bengal. The community fled Bangladesh fearing religious persecution. In the remaining 6 constituencies, Durgapur, Bardhaman, Purb, Krishnanagar, Basirhat, Zoyanagar, Cooch Behar, the TMC claimed victory. In Balurghat, the BJP state president Sukanta Majumdar had a slight edge. A BJP functionary said that the CAA had been one of the major planks for the BJP in the state election, but the rules appeared to have confused the people. Rules demand that the people submit at least one document tracing their origin to Bangladesh. Many who fled the neighboring country entered India without any belongings. Forget documents. Now they are being asked to submit papers. This did not go down well with the Matwas. Another BJP worker said that the awareness about how the CAA would be implemented did not percolate down to the people. Not enough was done to publicize the procedure. The TMC was successful in sowing doubts in the minds of the people regarding CAA. Since most people have been living here as citizens, possess voter cards and even passports, it was difficult to convince them to apply for citizenship again. The minority vote bank remained firm with the Trinamool as in the previous elections, and the BJP's attempt to polarize Hindu voters led to further polarization of the minority electorate. The only exception in the bipolar context was the Malda Dakshin Lok Sabha seat, which was won by Congress candidate Isha Khan Chaudhary. Now summing up, political scientist Ashwani Kumar of the Tata Institute of Social Sciences looks at the results as a return to a more centrist political outlook. Given the rich tradition of centrist politics in India, the BJP is set to enter into the Rajdham of a rainbow coalition, reverting to Vajpayee's consensual politics of governance while reinventing the idea of cooperative federalism. I demand your leave.